What's up, lads and ladettes? How you all doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastically well, and welcome back to the show where we just hunt stuff for fun, because hunting things in this game is fun. And if I sound a little bit flat, it's because I've been almost perpetually sick for like 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know what's wrong with me, but if I sound flat, that's why. I constantly coughing stuff up. It's not fun. It's pretty shitty, actually. So today we're going to be hunting some fowl. We have a LR55 with a what is it? A little handy dandy attachment. I think it's like a beta or whatever. And we're going to go through these guys pretty quick, which is good because, you know, it's all about the amount of mobs that you cycle. So we've got about 625 shots now. It looks like someone else is out here with the same idea. Hunt some of these fowls. So, some pretty interesting things happened the other day. I bought myself a bunch of keys, and I had a bunch of I bought a bunch of strong boxes, just the summer strong boxes, and in the 300 boxes, not only did I pull an Ares ring perfected, but I also pulled a summer 2024 ring, which, you know, is pretty. It's pretty lucky that I got both of them, but it's pretty it's pretty annoying that the one that I draw is the 2024 one. I don't mind the 2024 one. You have like the extra reload speed, and you have, you know, that extra 25% to critical damage. But, you know, it's pretty meh. But, yeah, you know, I'm happy with it. I'm happy that I was able to get, you know, at least some kind of... I'm glad that I was able to pull some kind of ring from the seasonal events. Because it's always one of those things where you can put in, you know, a whole bunch of time and money to get a bunch of boxes, and then you buy a bunch of keys, and you just don't come out with anything, which could be rather annoying, and it can make opening boxes pretty lackluster. But it worked out pretty well for me, and I also was able to get a hold of like a bunch of amps, which is always a good thing. Getting a hold of a bunch of amps, it will make things quite nice. And I don't know if I'm going to keep the Ares ring perfected or if I'm going to sell it. I'm probably going to end up selling it. Might see if the price goes back up, but I'm probably going to sell it just because, you know, the summer ring is going to do me. And if I can get something on the left, like if I can get a left-hand ring with some crit on there as well, you know, that'll be awesome. Whether it's critical damage or critical rate, you know, either way, that'll be grand. That'll be grand. So we're mainly after the tier 2 components, because the tier 2 components is kind of where the markup's at, and along with the re something or others. What is it called? The resto? I think I popped them into my... Yeah, I did. I popped them into my thing. But you can get a restoration chip from these guys as well, and you can also get some unlimited chips, which is always nice. Getting unlimited stuff is always a nice thing to get. So far, the only unlimited thing that I've gotten from these guys are regen chips, and I don't think they drop any other unlimited items other than... Oh, they also drop a synchronization chip. So I've found some of those. Hey, some carrot! Or carrot. Some carrot. It's always a nice find. You get 1,000 of those, and it's like 5 PED. Thereabouts. 6 PED, 6.5 PED per 1,000. Which is pretty damn good. You know, you might be thinking, you know, you might be thinking about going out looking for some fruit, but you're not sure if it's, worth it. I think it's worth it. Especially if you're playing cheap, or if you're playing free to play. Going out and looking for fruit is always a good time. Not always a good time, but if you can find decent stacks of fruit, it's always good. You could probably get a few thousand fruit in a day. You could probably get, more than that in a day, really. Depending on where you go. Depending on how diligent you are, and also, like all things, depending on how lucky you are. But, yeah. So, I hope everyone's been doing alright. I've been, like I said, I've been sick. So, I haven't been doing the greatest. Constantly coughing up a storm. Every morning I'm coughing stuff up, which is rather frustrating. And I've just got, like, zero energy. My parents think that it could be, well, my mum thinks that it could be, I've still got the influenza B stuff. They also think it could be long COVID, which, screw that. Because long COVID could, well, it lasts for a long ass time, which is a pain in the ass. But, yeah. As long as I'm able to record stuff, I'm happy, and I finally feel like good enough to record stuff. Hence why is recording stuff. And, I'm hoping, I am hoping that, we might get a global or two. That'd be nice. Hunting these fowls, they tend to do pretty well, but someone else is hunting as well, so it'll, it'll be up in the air whether or not that happens. Globals are nice just for show, Globals are nice just for show, but, the real meat and potatoes are, things like the tier 2 components, and they also drop purple paint cans, which I think are like 110-ish? Yeah, around about 110% markup, which ain't too bad. They also have, like, the foul bones, which don't really sell too much these days. I think you can turn them into something. I think they might turn into, like, buttons or some shit like that. Let's actually check that. What do these refine into? Just so we all know, so we're all in the up and up. Foul bone buttons. Alright. Foul bone buttons, and they sell for around about 400%. Okay, not too bad. If you can score yourself some, I guess. Because, if I can get hold of, like, 10 of them, then that's, well, like, 35 PED. It's not, like, not 10 of them, but 10 PED worth. See, my brain is still mush, right? My brain is still mush, so you guys are going to have to forgive any, weird slip-ups and shit like that, because my brain is still very much mush. So, for the time being, the videos might be like every other day. Hey, there's a little global. Little global of 28 PED. Very nice. And there was some tier 2 components in that one. So, yeah. For now, videos might be coming out like once every 2 or 3 days. Something along those lines. I want to work on some other stuff as well, and trying to do like both while going pretty hardcore with it is going to be like kind of frustrating, and it's going to make my brain go mushy mush. So so expect an Entropia video every couple of days or every 3 days, somewhere around there. And if things get bad, if medical stuff happens or anything like that, I'll do what I did before, and I'll just drop either a community note, or I'll make like a quick video saying, "Hey guys, health problems." Really sucks. I want to start streaming again this week. I'm gonna try my hand at that, like doing that tomorrow, or You know, within the same 24-hour period that this video is going to go up. Because I'm going to upload this and going to try to make it go live at around about 2 a.m. my time. Whatever that is for you guys, I have no idea, but it tends to be when you guys are most active, so... Yeah, so... Probably people's mornings. More than likely. I don't know. Because I know some of you guys like to watch this stuff while you're, you know, doing your morning hunts and having your coffee and your breakfast and all that good shit. And I've got a couple of informational videos coming out in the next, like within, I got a few coming out. I want to do that introductory video. I just haven't been in the right, my brain's been mush. So I do want to do an introductory video and a couple of other videos, but they're going to come out, you know, as they is. You know, they're just going to come out when they come out, really. And yeah, it's been so annoying, right? Because I've missed a few things. And another global. Little tiny like 14 PED global. 15 PED global. Very nice. Very tiny, very small. Very small. Yees. Very small. And, you know, I'm rethinking my Entropia only on here. I am rethinking it. But I'm going to try to keep, like, stuff similar to what you guys play. But I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. My brain's too mushy mush to really worry about it at the minute. It's more like if something really cool comes out, you know, I can show you guys and talk about and all that sort of stuff. Kind of like the, you know, the Let's Check Out series that I used to do. You know, something along those lines, sort of similar to that. And, you know, certain games might turn into actual series if there's anything cool to them. You know, if there's anything really, really dope. But, you know, that's all up in the air. It's up in the air. No one really knows. I don't really know. I don't know anything at the moment. I don't know a damn thing at the moment, guys. But I hope everyone's been doing well. I've seen some people in-game. I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring recently as well. I've been smashing out a bunch of stuff. Beating some bosses that I never got to beat before because they were just too annoying for me to really worry about. You know, getting some achievements. And checking out the DLC, Shadow of the Erd Tree. Which is really cool, by the way. So far, it's really fucking cool. You know, I've killed a couple of bosses, and yeah, it's quite cool. I think when I stopped playing today, I just killed like a ghost flame dragon. It was pretty cool. It was pretty damn cool. So, you know, it's quite good. I like some of the areas as well, like some of the art pieces and the area environmental art. I think it is. I think that's the term for it, environmental art. But yeah, either way, it's quite nice, and I like the way that they sort of addressed the. Like, so you can go through the entire, like, base game and be hella tough, right? You can be stonkers strong. And then you go into the DLC and, like, the first boss can rip you a new one. And some of the base enemies could rip you a new one, right? It's because the damage is greatly increased. But what they've done is they've added in these fragments that you can find and use to make yourself, both you and your summons, stronger, which is really cool. You know, it increases, I think each level up is like, increases your damage by like 5%. and increases your defense capabilities by like 5%. I'm not entirely sure, but it increases stuff, right? And it makes things pretty cool. So finding that stuff and leveling up that way is pretty cool. And of course, you got your standard leveling up, where you put your runes into your respective stuff. Right now, I'm running I kind of mix things up. Different bosses require different stuff, and I found a really, really, really easy way to beat Millennia, which makes her kind of a joke. Using the beast claws with frost, it just makes her an absolute joke. And if you summon Mimic Tier, makes it even more of a joke because she just can't get anything off, and you just rip her to shreds. It's fantastic. I know some of you guys won't know what I'm talking about. That's fine. A couple of you guys though will know what I'm talking about. Like when I talk about Elden Ring shit. You guys know I'm a big Souls-like fan. So you'll just have to put up with me talking about it for every so often. There's a couple of other games that I want to try out at some point. I think it's like Starfield or like Bethesda's new like sci-fi one. I also want to properly get into No Man's Sky as well. I wouldn't mind giving what is it? There's a specific one that's out at the moment. I forget the name, but there's another one that I wouldn't mind sinking my teeth into and playing. And I might play it on stream at some point. But we are just about done skis. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to head back and we'll check out all the stuff that we got. We have made it back to the Banky Bank, and let's have a quick look at the PED amount that we got back. We spent about 200 PED in Universal Ammunition. Let's see what we got back in items. About 200 PED. Obviously, that doesn't make back the decay of the weapon and all that sort of stuff. But luckily, you have a look at the markup of the Tier 2 component, and at the moment, 300%. Someone's buying that up. So, I could sell this for 300% if I wanted to, which is pretty interesting. And, there's a couple of other bits and bobs, but we're going to be keeping a majority of that stuff. Convert that over. And, very cool, very cool. So, I'm going to be leaving it there for today, ladies and gents. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and, bear with me while I'm dealing with sort of chronically being sick. If I keep getting sick randomly for no real reason, I've tried everything. I've tried supplementing, I've tried obviously eating correctly, and getting as much different shit in as I can. I've tried a whole bunch of different stuff, exercise and proper diet and sleep and rest. So if it still acts like a bitch, I'm gonna have to see the doctor, because we have like autoimmune issues in the family. So like my mum's got Graves' disease, so I don't want to be dealing with that nonsense. But sometimes it just can't be helped. So you'll take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace, guys.